What's up? I'm Meg.
I'm La.
And we're somebody's unhinged sister. Oh my God, okay. So I was on the way down here, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. My list was very sparse of topics to discuss today because I haven't really done anything until I was on the way down here. Okay, if you're from here, everyone knows the mill that is abandoned. We've talked about it before on here.
Yeah.
At Belmont.
Okay, yeah.
At the bridge. Yeah.
Okay,
it has
yes,
like a tree
yeah.
growing out of
Yeah.
it. It's super cool old
Gotcha.
brick building, right? So I'm coming around the curve, and I see a cop. So I'm like, oh, is this a license check in a curve? That's so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was my first instinct. So I like throw my phone to the side, throw my mints out of my lap because what are they, drugs? I don't know. Panic. I'm like reaching for my license, all the things. No. Okay. So I panic. I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a second. Why are there 3 cars like pulled off to the side and there's this random cop like in the middle of the road? And I was like, do I keep going? Like, do I go around him? What do I do?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is so strange. Like, and I don't know what to do. I don't want to get in trouble. So what do I do? So the cop, I guess, realizes that cars are lining up behind him. So he pulls in front of the truck and the truck kind of like moves over. And then the cop gets out and he like kind of waves me on, but obviously I didn't go. And he gets out with his flashlight and goes to the mill. So obviously human remains have been found there. Obviously.
Like factual, like
no.
Okay, that's just
allegedly.
Your head. You're
yes,
like, okay.
I'm like
yeah.
driving so slow, like looking back in my mirror, like, please let me see what's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So there's possibly a body.
That's what
in the
I'm
mill.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Because Jake was like, do you not think it was just people trespassing? I was like, I mean, probably, yeah, it was. But
yeah,
those
like
people
a homeless
that
person.
they all had cars.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was like, he was like, was it young kids? It's like, nope, they were adult cars. They were adult human cars that were parked there. These were not young kid cars unless they stole their grandma's ride. No. So in my head, I have created this scenario. People were trespassing, found human remains, had to call the cops.
You think so?
In my head, yeah.
Yeah.
That's obviously it. It has to be.
Yeah.
Jake was like, you can't think of any other explanation. Like, nope. That sounds like murder sucks. We hate to see it.
Yeah.
And we're not even saying that the human remains were murdered.
Yeah,
They
like
may
a
have
homeless
just
person.
died.
Or,
Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
could have.
Yeah. Either way, in my head, that's what that cop and his flashlight were doing.
Yeah. But what were the other cars?
So there was someone in the truck, but I couldn't like see them. But obviously, because they moved out of the way, so I know someone was in there. But the other 2 cars were just sat there. And I kept looking for like people in the mill, but you can't really see down in there. So I don't know, but my heart was racing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to know more.
Yeah, no, now I need to know.
Yeah, I have to know. I'm following up with this. I'm calling every cop I know.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, because I want to know what those cars are doing there. If there is a body in there who went in there and found it.
Exactly.
And if they're just trespassers, like I'd be scared to call the cops. I was trespassing
That's what
somewhere
I'm saying.
and I found a body.
That's brave.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling Jake. I was like, I just don't know. But in my head, that's the scenario. This is all alleged. Though I did see the cop. And other cars saw him. I'm pretty sure. I didn't make this up.
You didn't imagine him?
No. I didn't just sit in the road imagining strangers. But my ride here was very chaotic because before I got there, there was like a house that had a big, humongous like brush fire in the front yard, like a purposeful fire.
Yeah.
But then there was like a tow truck in the yard too, like picking up a car. I was like, this is the most chaotic yard I've ever seen. Like, what is going on in this yard?
Yeah.
And then I pull up on that and I was like, what's happening in this town?
Yeah.
There's so much chaos everywhere. And, maybe nothing is in the mill. Maybe nothing. But it does give off haunted.
Yeah, no,
I'm
that
just
mill
saying.
definitely, things could, go down.
And so if anyone listening knows what happened and I haven't found out, please let me know.
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all are going to know if I found out or not, but...
Or maybe someone's, like, running from, like, was on the run from the cops and they're hiding in there or
that's
something
smart.
like that.
That's a really smart place to hide. Kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because who's going to think to look in a mill?
I didn't think that either. So then I was like, well, are one of the cars like an off-duty cop?
Possibly.
So many possibilities, really. I just jump right to murder.
Yeah. It's obviously
it's
murder.
obviously murder.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the other? There's no other explanation. It's murder. So I just needed to get that out because I couldn't contain it anymore.
Yeah, no.
It was crazy.
Now.
That mill is just, it's like infamous.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I've allegedly never seen it
Right.
from the inside.
Yeah. Murder happens in our county more than I thought it did. Like in my head,
Yeah.
like it does. But whenever every now and then I'll like go look at the inmate jail list when I'm bored and see how many people I know. And a bunch of people are in there for murder.
Yeah.
I was like,
but when do they do the murders?
Yeah,
I feel like we don't ever hear about the murders.
We don't. That's the thing. That's why, because I was like, it isn't like it's rare. It doesn't happen around here. But then when you look at the inmate jail list, right. There's so many of them that are in there for murder, and one of them actually.
Do we know them?
Yeah.
Don't say the name.
Yeah, I won't say the name, but it's like actually it was on the news a long time ago. It was he went to the same like high school that we went to and everything. He was either Colin's age or like an age above or something like that.
I do know this.
Yeah, and it was.
Yeah.
Someone that we actually know that he murdered.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think,
Wild.
Crazy. I mean, it's insane. I listen to murder podcasts, true crime stuff all the time. And I don't myself want to be murdered. But if I were to be murdered, I would like to be on a podcast.
Yeah.
You
want it to be.
I mean, I really don't want that. So like,
murder.
Don't come at me. You know what I mean? I do carry legally, so don't. But just saying, I just would like to,
carry on a legacy.
Carry on and be on a podcast.
There's that one around here that's never been solved. It was like the unsolved murder in up the road or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you remember actually someone wrote in about this? We talked about on like one of our first episodes how like when I see a trash can on the side of the road, I think it's a body.
Yeah.
Someone wrote in and reminded me whenever I was in either like a junior or senior in high school, they found human remains on the side of the road on the bridge in like a container.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
Ew. There's been a lot around here. There's the one that's unsolved that I know that you're talking about, and then there's one that happened in our county in another area that never was solved, though people have pretty much solved it themselves, I guess, but it's never been like closed. And but they're old. Like they're all really old. But there was one recently that was solved because there was apparently like a trigger warning. There was apparently a child found a long time ago, like when would we have been alive? I don't remember when it was, but they just recently like figured out who he was and like how he ended up here and his mom was also found, but they didn't put the two together or something at the time. I may have gotten that completely mixed up, but I feel like that was like a very recent thing that I saw that was like solved. Yeah. And it was years and years like cold.
Oh, that's wild.
I love cold case files.
I don't see how they happen nowadays. Like there's still murders that are unsolved nowadays with all of the cameras and like technology and everything we have. Like it's wild to me that, and then people get away with it and are just out there
please
living
don't
their
murder
lives.
us for the record. We were just joking. I don't want to be murdered like at all. Don't do that. But I mean, I'm just saying, if that's how I'm supposed to go, I guess you can't really help it.
Yeah.
But I don't like to think about murder happening around here, but I just kind of need whatever they're doing at that mill to be crazy.
Yeah, and be public knowledge. That's the thing.
I
Crazy things happen all the time, and like it doesn't. Make
I'm
the
not
news
gonna let this sleep.
And yeah,
I'm calling everyone. I'm like, I need to know allegedly.
Watch when you're on the way back home today. It's gonna be like all blocked off. You're gonna have to go total like different route.
I'll be like, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, let me through.
Yeah,
I'm important. Yeah, I have a podcast. Let me in. Yeah, let me in.
We're actually journalist, like news reporter journalist.
We're not.
And
like, I'm choking.
I'll print us off like a fake little badge.
Yeah, maybe a badge. And I just want to be able to like pull it like a nurse and be like,
yeah,
I am important.
But you have to do it real quick so they won't see that it's like not legit.
They'll be like, okay, you can go.
See here, I swear, I promise.
It's important.
That's like, have you ever watched Dexter?
No, I probably should.
No, that's not the one I meant. Lucifer.
No. My brother did.
You would love both of those shows.
Yeah, no. My brother watched Lucifer and he told me I would like it. And one of my podcasts is like obsessed with Dexter.
Yeah.
Because doesn't he kill bad people?
Yeah, Dexter's like his dad always knew that like he was gonna be a murderer pretty much.
That's crazy.
So he was like, if you're gonna do it, do bad people. So his dad helped teach him how to get away with it, the kind of people to do and stuff like that.
You know, I just feel like maybe parents, dads should just teach like football, accounting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Murder seems extreme.
He was just, you know, didn't want his kid to
go to jail.
Yeah.
I get that.
He's like, if you're going to do it to bad people and don't get caught.
Yeah, that's still illegal. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but he saw his mom get murdered as a child, so like he was messed
Yeah,
up.
I knew there was something like traumatic that had happened to him because like I mean it's done, right? Like it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm pretty sure I have it on my list on one of the things. I've never. Isn't it kind of gory? Because I feel like it has like
it's
the plastic and like the blood.
Yeah, it's not overly gory, but he actually, fun fact, fun fact, what's up, brother? So anytime Dexter kills anybody, he sets up this whole like murder room where he like has the, saran wrap and all of that so that it doesn't obviously make a mess and he get caught. When I worked at the salon in Hillsboro, one of the clients there, her son was the guy that designed all the murder room sets for that show.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
That is really crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild to even think about, really.
Yeah, he's from his, well, I don't know if he's from there, but his mom lives in Hillsboro, and she was like, would always talk about how cool it is, like her son lived in LA. I often
wonder how people like get into that, because another one of the podcasts that I listened to, one of the hosts did that for Nickelodeon, was a set director or not director, like designer, I guess, prop person.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be good at that.
Me?
Maybe.
Setting up. Well, they have to like this person had to something about I don't remember exactly what it was, but like they would have to watch the scenes like over and over and over and over and over again to like look for like certain things.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would literally drive me insane.
Yeah.
Like not watching it just this day and then one day next week, like one day just like hours of back to back to back to back watching the scenes of like this certain show to see if this made the cut or this showed up the way it's supposed to or whatever.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I looked up one time to what you can like get paid to do the type in. No, captioning. You can get paid to like listen to shows and like type the captioning as they're talking and stuff.
What do you call that?
I don't even know what the word for that would be.
A Frasier episode is popping in my head. Transcripts.
Yeah.
Transcripting.
Probably.
Something. Not transferring. You know what I'm talking about. Transcribing.
Yeah.
That's it.
I looked that up because like I would literally love to do that. I watch TV. I'm a pretty good typer and I use closed captioning. So like I'm dedicated or like passionate about the cause. But nowadays a lot of it's like I guess computerly done. So
they just record it.
But I looked it up one time. I was like, that would actually be pretty cool.
That'd be a cool job.
Yeah.
It's kind of like ghostwriting, I think. Also would like to point out that if it is in case of in fact a murder, condolences, and we are not making fun. We are very intrigued.
Yeah.
And we want to know what's going on because our small town doesn't have that much drama all the time.
Yeah.
So just saying.
Watch us turn into like what's the show with Selena Gomez? Only Murders in the Building, where they get super fascinated in the murder and like have a whole podcast about it and they like solve it and stuff like that.
And I would love to help solve a murder. Actually, I would love to help solve all the things so much. In fact, I bought a game that is Who Killed So and So, and it's about a rodeo clown. And I haven't opened it yet. I told my dad he had to play it with me, and we have not made that happen. So
you know what I would love to do? One of the game nights where like themed dress up.
Yes.
We're all dressed up. One person's the murderer. None of us knows who it is.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
What is that called? They have Golden Girls did it. Frasier did it. All of these shows have done it. I'm pretty sure Will and Grace maybe. Something else is popping in my head. Like a murder mystery night.
Yeah.
But they go to like an inn or something and do it. I think that'd be so fun.
Yeah, that would be
We
fun.
should host that. We should do that. TM, trademark. We should do that here.
Yeah.
That could be our other job.
Yeah.
On top of the 80 that we have.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, like host them?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
We get your dad to buy us a building.
A spooky one.
Yeah. And we'll pay him back, obviously. Like just put it on our tab.
Yeah.
And then we'll just host all the murder mystery nights.
Wait, but like what theme? Oh man, that'd be so hard.
The
you
themes
could
would have to
literally
change.
Yeah, just redecorate the whole house completely because like 70s themes would be so fun.
And
but
you
also
have to come
like
dressed.
Great Gatsby, also like oh my god, literally anything.
Oh.
Disco, like
trademark
90s, yeah.
The
so
Unhinged Sisters Murder Mystery Inn.
Yeah. Oh my god. And in October, like it would pop
Ooh,
off.
yes. This is a great business plan. Someone is gonna steal this from us.
Yeah.
Don't steal it. We will do it better. I'm just kidding. But it really would be fun.
Yeah.
And then you have to like secretly tell the person out of the group, like, hey, you're the murderer.
Yeah.
Go kill someone.
That would be cool.
I think it'd be so cool.
We would need one person who's like really good at reading personalities to like pick, you know, whenever the group gets there, like who's going to be the best murderer. I feel like
what?
we both fail. I feel like I would like, well, I would want to do it with people who are actually going to get like super into it.
Oh,
yeah, because I feel like if someone like, I don't even want one single person there that's just like, yeah, whatever.
It's got to
like,
be everyone.
Yeah, you have to be. This is
1,000
life or death, legit right
Literally.
now. I'm gonna get killed. Someone here's a murderer.
Yeah,
like,
we have to find out who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to be high stress.
We'll have like anxiety meds on standby. Have water. We cannot legally give you anxiety medicine. We do know that. Obviously, it's a joke. I'm so paranoid about getting like arrested for a podcast today.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not. Nobody listens to us anyways.
It only takes one. Okay. It's like we literally suck, so it doesn't matter. I mean, that is true. I guess it does pay to suck. You just talk about whatever you want. No one's gonna hear it. Just our intrusive thoughts. I feel like I would like to be the person that sits at the door and just watches everyone come in, and I like signal to you that that's the murderer.
Yeah.
Just by looking at
we'll
them,
have to have some kind
that's
of, like,
how my brain
sign.
works. I'm like, you give murder.
Yeah.
So it's that one.
Yeah. And like the one that they would like least expect too.
Yeah.
Like the group.
Oh yeah, as a whole would not suspect it. Both of the episodes of shows that I have watched that have had like an episode like this, there was like an actual death, not murder, but a death.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Golden Girls one was like a joke within the joke, sort of. So like they had the murderer, but then they were all teamed up together to like prank one of the girls into thinking that like there actually was a murder.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not funny, but it was funny in the episode.
Isn't one of the Halloweens like that where they're like this guy brings all the kids into like the actual like Mike Myers house to do, and he's like recording it, and then he dresses up as like Mike Myers pretending, but then there's actually like he's actually there killing them all.
That is literally terrifying. Just think about. That is one of the. It's not the first or second. It's like
I want to say it's like the fourth. It's
yeah,
like one,
it's down the line. Speaking of, I want to go back there this year. That was really cool.
Yeah, me too. I've been keeping an eye out because he does them in like the summer and stuff too. Yeah. But he also like travels to other places and does like, I mean, horror all year long. I love that so cool. Yeah.
That is really cool. I'm excited for October. I have one of my friend's moms is going to come on because her house is super haunted and she just lives there peacefully with her ghost, and she's going to tell us all about it. Her stories will literally make the hair on your arm stand up. Ugh. It's crazy. And then we're going to have Presley come on because she's like the Halloween queen around here and everyone knows that. Mm-hmm. It's going to be really cool.
Someone sent in a really good, actually I haven't even read the whole thing yet because it's really long, but someone sent in a good like ghost story.
Oh yeah, I know who sent that.
But yeah, I think we should say that
for Halloween for
Halloween,
sure.
But I'm excited to read that one.
So we can get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Because
enough
that
about
took
murder.
A turn. Do not sue us. We're not telling anything that wasn't visible to anyone driving by, besides the alleged that I came up with in my head. So people that scream talk all the time.
Yeah.
Cannot. That happened to me today. She wasn't even talking to me. She was talking to my friend. And I literally wanted to stand in between them and be like, could you quit? Like, just talk normal.
Take it down a notch.
Like, you need to chill.
Yeah.
She was on like 1,000.
The whole day.
Oh, just that. There was only a 2-minute conversation. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And it was just about like school, like their kids going to school or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And she was talking about the weather and how it like had delayed school and they said had to like homeschool or whatever. But that conversation could have just been held at the tone that I just said it. And she was just like, and then it rained and they had to be at home. And I'm like, girl, we're right here.
Yeah.
But I think that's just how she talks normal all the time. Like, I cannot.
See, I can talk loud sometimes, but definitely not like
the
whole day.
It
like,
has to hurt her face. Yeah. Like it was so much. And I was like are you good? Like, please stop drinking caffeine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just need to get that out there.
I wonder sometimes people like that because like apparently I had to have a lot of set of tubes when I was younger. Like my hearing was, and apparently people who like don't have good hearing tend to talk.
And maybe that is
louder
it. It's like, just a lot.
Yeah.
Like
no. Imagine like a car ride with her.
Oh no, I was taken aback. I was like, oh, you're just screaming. Like, and she's not mad. She's not angry. She's just having a conversation, but she is just screaming.
Yeah.
Wow, it was a lot. What is Brat Summer? I don't understand, and I would like to understand why Summer is the only one that gets cute names.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. I know obviously you started with like the apples rotten straight to the core. Like it's a.
What's that?
It's like okay, so it's oh no, that's not the same girl that I've been on a kick with lately. But anyways, it's a I don't know. I think that I want to say the album is called Brat, and it's like a new album that came out. So they're calling it Brat Summer because it's like vibey, and a lot of the girly pops love it. I just rubbed this like that. That was really weird.
You did do that. But I also do that throughout the whole entire thing. So
yeah, I normally play with them, but I've never.
I normally play with them, but I don't.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, I don't actually fully get. I haven't looked much into figuring out.
I keep hearing it on the TikTok, on all the things. It was on a podcast today, and I'm like, what does that mean? Because every time I hear brat, I think of the dolls. Right. But then my brain also, because I love food, I think of brats, and so I'm like, are we like really pretty girls eating brats? Like I don't understand. What is the brat? What is it?
Yeah.
So
I'm not. I love the song, like the one
I don't
popular
even know the
song from.
But I just would also like to know why and who again made this rule that summer gets like hot girl summer or da summer. Why doesn't fall and winter and spring? Why do they not get names? Like cool girl winter.
Yeah, I mean, there's like No Shave November.
That is actually one of my favorite times of the year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I literally the other day, and this is so gross, but this is how you know you're married for like almost a decade. I was out in the wild at meaning like the grocery store, and I looked down at my legs and I was like, oh my, you know, and that light hits it just right, and I was like, oh my God. Like I don't own a razor. Like what is that?
Yeah.
It was so bad. And like Jet even came up that same day that I noticed it because I didn't go home and shave, obviously. Jet came up and was like, it's scratching me. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. I was like, I'm over it.
That's hilarious.
I'm over it. I want laser hair removal.
Yeah.
I'm just everywhere. Like just take it all away. Arms, everything. Just get it gone.
Yeah.
But for what though?
See, I do a rough shave almost every single day.
On your legs?
Every other. Yeah, because I can't stand the feeling on myself. I like sit cross-legged a lot, and like
at
nighttime, I'm
it
like I rub my legs together when I'm laying in bed. Yeah, I think it's called cricketing.
Cricketing?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. And it's like a symptom of like autism and like ADD and like things like that. Yeah. But yeah, and if my legs are prickly when I'm rubbing them together, it like I don't like it. So I
think I'm really just immune to it at this point.
Yeah.
I hate shaving.
Yeah.
I hate it. I like if cavemen were like a thing now, I would be one.
We were talking about that today. So you know how like kids just naturally like hit and kick at each other, hit and kick at animals and like pets and like stuff like that.
2 toddlers.
And like we have to teach them that that's not how we act.
It's not nice.
And I think it's because we have we were
nature.
Cavemen. Yeah, we were cavemen. We were like barbarians. That was just like nature.
I long to be a barbarian.
Yeah.
Long. I would love to just be able to just carry one of those sticks with a rock on it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And just be like,
I wouldn't have made it as
I think I would have. A loincloth seems nice to me.
A what?
Loincloth.
What's that?
Tarzan.
Oh, yeah. Like the little outfits they would wear.
Yeah, I think it's super cute.
Do you think they actually wore those, or do you think that's just what we've created?
I don't know, because why did we come up with that? Is this like a Mandela effect?
I have a whole list of those.
Do you? You know what I did? And I didn't do this on purpose now that I think about it, because I jotted these down this morning, was weird laws.
Huh.
Yeah. And then I saw the police.
Yeah.
It's like I manifested it, really.
Yeah.
What is your list of those things that I can't say?
There's a couple random ones. Okay. Like the little pizza pocket things is not Tostinos, it's Totinos. There's no S in it. In my head, I've always called them Tostinos, but it's
Tostinos.
Yeah, but it's Totinos. There's no S.
Why did we put S in it?
I don't know.
What person with a slur said it and we all followed suit?
Right. I've never
I feel like the commercial said Tostinos.
Yeah, I've never once in my life said Totinos. Like that sounds like a baby trying to say Tostinos. Yeah.
No, but you put them in the oven.
Right. Totinos. I don't yeah.
That's dumb.
Let's see. It's not mirror mirror on the wall, it's magic mirror on the wall in the Snow White movie.
Speaking of, that's coming out in 2025.
Yeah, I just heard that yesterday.
It's beautiful.
Like a live action one.
Yes.
I haven't seen like a trailer.
Oh,
or
I
anything
almost
for
shared
yet.
it, but I was like, is that lame? Snow White is one of my faves, even though the dwarfs do kind of creep me out a little bit.
Oh, I love them. I
Of
want to be
course.
their friends.
Yeah, I know.
Put 'em in
I
my pocket.
literally know that you do. So much so. Yeah. It's magic mirror on the wall.
Yeah, it's not mirror, mirror on the wall.
Then why do we say mirror, mirror on the wall?
And similar to that, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's actually
Mr. Rogers?
yeah.
What are you about to ruin?
It is actually it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. It's not the neighborhood.
No.
Yeah, no.
I don't believe
that's
it at
not
all.
right.
I don't believe that at all.
I swear,
it's
like
a beautiful
people.
day in the it's
Yeah.
a beautiful day in this neighborhood. That doesn't even fit.
Right, like it's
That's a
it's
whole extra
not.
letter.
Yeah, I swear people change things just to like mess with us.
Just to mess with our
They're like,
brains.
let's-
I wonder if that's a job. Does the government are the government just so crazy that they literally have a hired hand that sits there and is like, we're going to ruin everyone's childhood with this one word change and think we're going to make them think that they're crazy.
I think there's for sure people that have that job. Like I think
I
the
want
things
that
that the
job.
government do that we don't know about. Like I want to be in the government just so that I can be in the know, but I wouldn't.
But then you
I
couldn't
would,
tell
yeah.
us.
No, I would, and
Okay,
that's
cool,
why
cool,
I
cool,
would never be
cool.
able to be in the
Yeah,
government.
yeah, you would talk.
Yeah.
You would talk.
I would immediately be like, guess.
They would literally
what?
pick up your dog, not even threaten to harm him, be like, okay, I'll tell you everything.
Yeah.
I'll tell you everything that you need to know. Just don't put the dog down.
Yeah.
Put him down. Yeah, I would gossip so much. That's why I can't be a cop.
Mhm.
That's why my cop friends hate me.
Yeah.
Because I call them like,
Yeah. I
what
mean,
was
it's just hard. You have
what
to,
was
like,
that? I need to know.
Yeah.
Literally, they just stop answering my phone calls because I'm that crazy
Like,
person.
she's just calling. to
She's
ask
just
me.
calling why this cop was parked in this parking lot. This neighborhood.
Yeah. Beautiful day in this neighborhood.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. What was the other one that's like super popular? Shazam was not a thing. That Sinbad wasn't in Shazam, the movie.
Oh yeah, I seen something about
And
that
that it
too,
was
but I didn't.
Shaq.
I've never seen that movie, so I didn't.
I vividly remember watching that movie at my cousin's house, and it was Sinbad
Mhm.
was the genie guy
Yeah.
with the gold pants.
That is so weird.
But everyone's saying it's Shaq. I was like, I think Shaq was in one too. I think they have two of them.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Yeah. It's wild.
Do you have any more that are going to ruin our lives?
Not really. Pikachu doesn't have a black tip on his tail, and I swear.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's his whole tail's yellow. There's no black tip at the end of it. And I'm like, I don't think that's accurate.
My daughter has a Pikachu toy from the fair,
Mm-hmm.
and it is one of the ones that when you touch it, every skin cell you have crawls. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's almost like
Just
a
like the
huge cotton ball kind of, but it's not soft. It's like
Yeah.
it has the tiny little like styrofoam beads on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't. Katie literally picked it up and almost threw up, and I was like, I get that. Like I'm hurting for your hands.
See, I don't have that texture, so no kind bother me.
That's
but I know.
crazy. I know. And Jex is a texture girly, so like
Mhm.
when she gets anxious or nervous, she scratches things, but it has to be a certain type of material that she scratches.
Mm-hmm.
But she can pick up that Pikachu and it doesn't bother her at all. And
Mhm.
I'm like, you're crazy. But now that you say that stuffed animal doesn't have the black tip.
Yeah.
Why did
And
we
I
think
feel
it
like
did?
I remembered. Yeah. I don't know. It's wild. I would never.
Back in the day, my husband used to play the Pikachu, or not Pikachu, no, Pokemon Go. And I literally thought in my actual human brain that when he's like, oh, I found one, and he goes to catch it, that it's like there. Like you can
Where
look
is it?
like you can look around the phone and it's going to be like projected onto the ground.
That would honestly be so cool.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's
Trademark.
that's should have.
We have literally title this $1 million ideas because we have become millionaires, almost billionaires by all of these ideas that we've had.
Yeah.
Just this episode. I can't talk today. Would you like to know some weird laws?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I just saved them from Pinterest, so take them with a grain of salt because they could be just completely crazy. In Oklahoma, it's illegal. Oh, I'm not going to say that. You know what? Let me read through them first. Hold on. In Eureka, Nevada, I should have brought in my atlas. It is illegal for men with a mustache to kiss women.
Huh.
I feel like I'm almost okay with that. I mean, my husband has a mustache, but he has like the whole beard situation.
Yeah.
So do they mean just mustache?
I don't know. I feel like that would not be good nowadays because girlies
Everyone
love a
has-
mustache nowadays.
I do love a mustache.
Yeah.
It has to be a good one though.
Yeah.
But I don't think kissing them is great. I feel like
Really?
it would tickle
See, I feel
your
like
face.
as long as it's like a nice grown one, but it's like whenever they shave it and it's growing back, I feel like that's when
that's
it tickles.
true. Yeah. I don't be doing much kissing, you know what I'm saying? Again, married 10 years. What? In Texas, it is illegal for one to shoot a buffalo from the second story of a hotel. I'm not sure why we're shooting bison, buffaloes, whatever, to begin with.
And why are they near your hotel?
That would be cool, though.
Yeah.
I do love a bison. But why are we shooting them, A? And B, why from the second story? You can go up one floor or down one floor and shoot it and you're fine? That's insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In Miami, Florida, it's illegal to skateboard in a police station. That checks. I feel like that's everywhere.
That should be.
In Florida is wild.
Oh, yeah.
We should do a whole Florida man episode. Unmarried women who parachute on Sundays can be jailed.
What?
So if you're single and you're a parachuter, do it on all the other days.
Yeah,
except
that's
Sunday. If you're in
wild.
Florida.
I just want to know, like, all of these laws are there for a reason, and I want to know
who
why.
made them?
Yeah. What?
Like this is
That was just a pissed off cop who was mad
that
at
was
his ex-wife.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? You can't do that.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, it's illegal to sleep on top of a refrigerator outdoors. Okay. In Turkey, this should just be a law in general, so I'm not sure why it's on the crazy one. In Turkey, it's illegal for a man above 80 years old to become a pilot. I feel like that should just be a thing.
Yeah, no, please do not
Yeah, you can't
be
see.
flying my plane. If
You
you're-
can't see or hold your pee.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just not good.
Actually,
for
I've
anyone.
heard that some pilots wear diapers because they, have to, like, when you're doing long
Yes.
flights and stuff like that, they wear diapers and pee themselves.
You know, there is actually, speaking of murder, there is a whole entire case about one of the astronauts that we had that it was a love triangle situation, and she had to get from point A to point B, and she wanted to get there fast, quick, and in a hurry, so she wore the astronaut diapers.
Huh.
To go, I don't think she actually went through with the murder. I think she got caught. But, yeah, stupid.
Speaking of, while we're on astronauts, time out.
Okay.
Did you know that there are people who are stuck in space right now?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
They've
it's
been
on the
stuck up
news?
there for months. Yeah, they went.
And we're not talking about that?
Yeah, they went on their ship. Their.
Is it a space shuttle?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
They went up there. They
A
were only
rocket
supposed to
ship.
be there for 10 days, and something's gone wrong, and so they
Clearly.
can't bring them back. Like, they're safe. They're up there. They have food and water. There's
They're safe?
yeah, like
They're in space. What?
well, there's other people up there who 'cause there's people that go
They
up
have
there
neighbors?
for long periods of time and stuff like that. But they were only supposed to be on a 10-day mission, and they've been there for 3 months now, and something's happened to where they can't get them out to come home.
Okay, here's my conspiracy theorist
Yeah.
self. No one has ever been there.
To space.
Yeah. No one ever goes there. I think they just go to LA and they make it like Space Cowboys.
Yeah.
And they do it in an anti-gravity tunnel, and they just send all these vintage looking photos down. No.
So you don't think we've ever been to the moon?
No. I want to be one of those. Just today I've decided to be one of those.
I'm see, I could see that. I mean, I believe it, but I could see
I
how
would-
people
I
think
need to
that.
talk
But
to
I
him.
definitely think we've been. We definitely.
Maybe. I've
I mean,
never
you
had
can
that
see
desire.
the space shuttle pass every so often. It's up there, and there's people on it.
So they just live there, like a little motel.
Pretty
In
much, yeah. They'll go up
space.
there for a certain amount of months, and then come home, and more people will go. And
That's crazy.
isn't it?
I would never do that.
I feel like I wouldn't.
Claustrophobic and heights? Are
Yeah,
you joking?
I wouldn't like the feeling of floating around for so long.
N-
after a day of
Do you
it-
forget how to walk?
Probably. I know a lot of training
Can
goes into
you
it before they'll let you go up there.
Imagine how heavy you feel
Oh,
when you
God,
come
yeah.
back down.
Ooh, I feel like in my head when I came back down,
You
I-
scared
I would
me.
be able to feel all my organs.
What?
Does that make sense? Yeah,
No.
because you're up there floating around, and I feel like when I got here and landed and gravity hit me again, I feel like the gravity of my insides, I'd be able to feel them all, and it would make me panic.
If you come back into our Earth. Yeah, I was gonna say a long word, but then I wasn't sure if it was the right word. If you come back to our Earth too quickly, do you die?
Yeah, I think there's definitely some kind of
Wouldn't your insides kind of explode?
yeah, I feel like there's a science.
Because if you
to
go
it.
like underwater or come back up to the surface too fast, you die.
Yeah.
Okay. That's scary. All of that is terrifying, actually. Submarines, space shuttles, it's all too much. In France, it's illegal to name a pig Napoleon.
Why? I feel like that's a cute pig name.
Well, don't go to France. And get a... I'm not going to read that one, but that's wild. Oh my God. In Providence, Rhode Island, selling toothpaste and a toothbrush to the same customer on a Sunday is illegal.
Okay, but you need one for the other. That's not fair.
Well, buy it on Monday. I'm not going to read that. Even though... No, I am going to read that. Actually, 1,000%, because, yes, that should be a law everywhere. In Alexandria, Minneapolis. Okay. It is I can't say that. It is illegal for a man to have sexual intercourse with a woman with sardines on his breath. I feel like, yeah, that should just be illegal.
Disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
What if a little bone popped out of his mouth? In Singapore, chewing gum is illegal. I don't chew gum anymore.
What?
Yeah.
Aspartame?
What?
Okay.
What was that word?
Some people don't chew gum because of the aspartame.
What's that? What does that mean?
Aspartame it's in like Diet Pepsi and chewing gum, and it can put holes in your brain. Or not Diet Pepsi. All diet sodas have aspartame, and chewing gum has aspartame.
Okay.
And too many large amounts of it give you holes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought just ecstasy did that, but okay. So no, I got a crown. Like, is that a root canal? And now every time that I chew gum, I feel like it's just obviously gonna fall out into the piece of gum. So I don't chew gum anymore.
Yeah,
I just eat handfuls of mints constantly.
Have you seen the video of Tana's tooth popping out as she's talking?
She's iconic for that because I'll be mortified.
Yeah.
I had a friend in college who had a veneer, I guess is what it's called. And it popped out all the time. And she would just like come to school with it like gone.
That's
and
crazy.
I mean,
They're
she
not
would like tell
supposed
us
to pop out like that.
Yeah, hers said all the time.
Properly done improperly.
It's not correct. Oh, in North Carolina, it is illegal to swear in front of a dead person.
So like at their gravesite, I guess, or like
I guess maybe a funeral, maybe.
Yeah.
Or if you just come across, I don't know, remains in an abandoned mill.
Right.
Don't drop the F-bomb,
Yeah.
'cause that's what I would do. 'Cause that's illegal.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why
first
they're
word
getting
immediately.
arrested. That's what we figured it out.
Yeah.
They're getting arrested for trespassing and then cussing in front of the remains, obviously.
You know what? Well,
What?
it would be. I have the app where you can listen to like the local like police channels. I wonder if they're like talking right now
I
about
don't know.
you know.
I don't know. It was so interesting. Why did he need his flashlight? You know what I'm saying? It's broad daylight. Honey, it is so bright. What you need that
Yeah.
flashlight for?
The other day we were coming home and there was like a heavy police presence out, like they're clearly looking for somebody. And then there's a bunch of them. There's like a row of bushes in between like the gas station and like the
Ew.
what used to be the dentist office. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is now, but there was like 5 cops with flashlights looking all in the bushes. I think somebody was running and like hid in the bushes, but
Maybe that's what that was then. Maybe they found them. In Arizona, hunting camels is against the law. I feel like there's not wild camels in Arizona.
I don't think camels should be hunted anywhere anyways.
No, yeah, that's super sick. But I don't understand that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So those are some weird laws. I don't know. I just feel like laws are crazy. And like the fact that we have laws means that such and such had to take place. And people were like, we shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy.
I know
Our
one
forefathers
weird one
were
that
wild.
I've heard like literally forever ago, and it's always stuck in my brain. Apparently in North Carolina, I think it's North Carolina, you're not supposed to have sex in between hotel beds. Like on like there's 2 hotel beds.
On the floor?
Yeah, like I guess the beds are fair game, but
I
you can't be in between the games.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause that seems gross. If we're being 1,000,
Hotels in general kind of like feel like whenever
I love a hotel if it's a good one. Like I've stayed in some super not great ones, but I like hotels. I sleep good in them usually.
Yeah, see, I like them, and like they're very nostalgic to me because growing up cheer competitions, we were in hotels all the time. Like I feel I love the feeling of being in one. But every single time I'm in a hotel or something, in the shower, no matter how clean it is, I'm
You're
like,
grossed
there's
out?
been a bunch of other naked bodies that I don't know in the shower before, and it makes me feel kind of dirty.
I don't think I've ever thought of that.
Really?
But now I'm going to.
Yeah, or like when you sit on the toilet seat, like think about how many other people.
Oh, see, I would rather do that in a hotel than like at a store.
Yeah.
But see, I don't ever really think about that. I just like kind of check my surroundings 'cause if I gotta pee, I gotta pee.
Yeah.
I'll be outside. But
we stayed somewhere one time with a friend, and it was like a very rundown motel. It was like just for a night. We like went down a night early to, you know, the week trip we were taking or whatever. And it was a little sketchy, and of course I was like I was thinking about how sketchy and scary it was and how someone might break in and rob us.
right, obviously.
But what I wasn't thinking about was he said, "Oh, don't worry, I've already checked the bed for bed bugs."
Gross.
And I was like, that thought did not
You know
even
what? I
cross
wasn't
my
even
mind.
thinking about
But
bed
now
bugs.
that you said that, literally all night I couldn't fall asleep because I was like, something's crawling on me.
Oh,
I mean, it
yeah.
wasn't, but at that point it was in my
Oh,
head. I was
no.
like, I wish you never would have said
If
that.
I saw a bed bug, what does it even look like? I don't even know.
They're microscopic. Like you can't
Oh, so
see
how do
them.
you even know they're there?
Yeah,
how
I
do
don't
you
know.
check for microscopic bugs?
I'm not sure.
Does he have a microscope?
He's like, I brought my bed bug telescope with me.
Magnifying glass. What? Ooh. I was out with some pals this weekend, and we stayed in a hotel. We all got like our own rooms or whatever, like kind of randomly. Not really. It was planned, but the town changed of where we were supposed to be, so it was like kind of a little bit chaotic for a second. And Miss Regina, our little service lady, was the best person I've ever met in my life. And 'cause we called, 'cause you know some hotels have like cutoffs where you can check in or they like give your room away. So it was like 10 something last night, and my friend was like, maybe we should call and just tell her that we're still coming and blah 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 whatever. So she calls and she's like, oh, y'all just be safe, take your time, have so much fun, your rooms are going to be here whenever you're ready, it doesn't matter what time, da 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 da. And I was like, oh, that is so sweet. Then we get there and she is like, the computer was kind of messing up, so she just kept apologizing. I was like, girl, you're good, like we've been up, you're fine, this is not, you're good, we've been driving trying to find food for an hour, so this is just, you're good.
Yeah.
Literally the sweetest person ever. And then this morning, bright and early, she was up at the breakfast thing, and I like walked down. She's like, good morning, how was your sleep? And I was like,
Aw.
Regina.
Regina.
I love her. But I did not sleep well. I had a mom's weekend, and my husband got me this big, huge room. I was going to sleep in this big, huge king-size bed by myself in the middle. And I like to have 2 pillows like this, and then 1 pillow on top of the 2 pillows in the middle, so that when you scrunch down, your head kind of gets concaved a little bit. That's how I like to sleep. But I can't do that on like half of a bed. It doesn't work. It's not the same. It's a middle bed type situation.
Yeah.
So first thing I did was take a shower. Second thing I did, lined up my pillows, and I was like, oh, I cannot wait to finish my Taco Bell and get into that bed with those pillows. Did not sleep.
Oh no.
I think I felt lonely.
Yeah.
It was a really big room. I feel like if it was smaller, I wouldn't have felt so like by myself. But I was literally, the TV was so far away, and there was nothing on except ridiculousness, because that's the only thing hotels play.
Yeah.
And so I was watching the same episodes I've seen 1,000 times, and I just could not like relax. So that sucked. But Mr. Gina made it all worth it, so it's fine. I don't know where we got off on that.
Yeah. I actually have no idea either. Couldn't tell you.
We suck. Have you ever heard of the birth order theory?
No.
Okay. I had not either. And I want to say that I was on TikTok when I heard about it, because that checks. And apparently, the order that you're born in describes so much of your personality.
Oh, yeah.
So we have
yes.
actually heard of it, because you have like the middle child,
Right.
the baby, whatever the oldest. So I have a little chart of personality traits that you're supposed to have if you are this sibling.
Yeah.
So I'm the first sibling, and the traits are a natural leader, high achiever, organized, not, on time, always, know-it-all, bossy, yes, reasonable, no, adult pleaser. Not sure what that means.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to go with that.
Yeah.
But I feel like check. So, obeys the rules. I do. I am kind of a rule follower, I think. Some of those fit. I'm not very organized. I am for business, but not in everyday life.
Yeah.
I'm not reasonable. because that doesn't even say reasonable. That says responsible. Doesn't even say that. I'm not reasonable or responsible. So you know what? Both check. Middle child. Flexible, easygoing, social, peacemakers, independent, secretive, okay. May feel like life is unfair, strong negotiator, and generous.
Yeah.
Most of those fit.
Yeah.
Okay. The last child, you.
Mm-hmm. I already know it's like all
you.
Yep. I'm such
actually
the youngest child.
Some of these check, but not all of them. Risk taker. Are you a risk taker? I feel like you do odd things that I would never do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
yeah.
You're more risky than me as far as like, I don't know, parasailing. Outgoing. I think you're outgoing. I feel like you don't think you're outgoing, but I think you're outgoing.
Yeah.
Creative, self-centered. I don't think you're very self-centered.
I don't think I feel like I'm self-centered and like no, yeah, I don't know.
There was no good way to make
I feel
that.
like as a like in the sibling way, like growing up, like
Oh,
if
maybe,
I wanted
yeah.
McDonald's,
Y'all
I
got
wanted us to get McDonald's.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that
okay.
kind of thing.
Oh, well, your niece is the oldest and that's her mindset. So.
Yeah.
Financially irresponsible. I don't think you are.
Yeah, I mean, I love to shop and spend money,
Yeah,
but I don't
but
think,
you're
but I
not-
don't necessarily
yeah.
spend money I like don't have.
Right.
And that,
Okay.
you know,
Exactly. Competitive. Yes.
Yeah.
Bored easily.
I
Yeah.
think so.
but I also think you like being bored. So that it's.
I like
it's
to have
a,
bored days. Like I need a
You
solid.
like a raw day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a bedrock
Oh,
queen.
I literally would love to rot for an entire day.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would have a headache,
Mm-hmm.
but it would be okay. Likes to be pampered.
Yeah.
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 And has a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And if you're an only child, which we don't have any of those. We don't have any of those.
Mm-mm.
Really. Okay. Close to the parents, has self-control, leader, mature, dependable, demanding, unforgiving, private, and sensitive. I feel like those are me. Am I an only child? Have my parents been lying to me? Is my brother not my brother? What's
Yeah.
going on?
He's a figment of your imagination.
I just thought that was really interesting because they were talking about on the TikTok, like, I don't know, just how most of the time an older, because it gets weird.
Mm-hmm.
It gets super weird. So an older sibling will marry. Okay, wait. This is about to sound like so not good. This family's older sibling.
Right.
Okay, this family's older sibling marries that family's youngest kid
Mm-hmm.
because it's like the age thing works for their personalities.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of the opposite a little bit, but I don't know. Anyway, the middle child, just poor them.
Yeah.
Poor middle child.
Yeah.
They're just okay. But it said that a lot of the age gaps and like the things make you want like an older sibling. So as in me, I should have technically have married which I guess I did marry a younger sibling. He's just the middle one.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, he's the youngest boy.
Yeah. My mom did that too.
I
Oh
actually,
my God, has everyone done that?
I did a project on that actually. And
Did you? You're just letting
in
me
high school.
ramble? You had facts?
Well,
I just pulled this out of nowhere.
yeah, no, I like legitimately did a project on this in high school. I think for psychology actually. Because I just thought it was like, because
Yeah.
most people I know that adds up for. Like it's crazy.
I'm sitting here like completely dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Huh.
I feel like it gets tricky with twins though, because like Colin's obviously twin, and
yeah.
he's technically the oldest twin
He
because he
is
was
the
like
oldest twin?
taken out first.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it gets murky. I wish they had more on twins.
Okay, I'll
But-
look into it.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can find. What do you have on your list? Don't you have a story?
Yeah. I have. Oh, okay. So I did something absolutely ridiculous this week.
That sounds
and
crazy.
So it.
And kind of out of character.
Yeah. Okay. So it was the day of the hurricane,
Mm-hmm.
and I still went to work that day. Like it, we just got rain. It was fine.
Yeah.
But so I got to work, and I'm a very routine person, I feel like.
Mhm.
And so like in the mornings I have my routine, I get to work routine, I back into my parking spot on the back road, get on my, like I have a routine, right? Well, this day I got to work and it was pouring down rain, and so I didn't back into my normal spot on the back road because I was like, well, let me get closer to the front because it's raining, I'll have less to walk,
Right,
blah,
yeah.
blah. So anyways, I didn't park in my normal routine spot. And then normally I immediately turn off the car, get my stuff, get out. I didn't do that because it was raining. And I was like, well, let me wait a minute and see if the rain will slow down. And plus I was like, I get to work an hour early every day. So I have time to like get ready and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, let me see if it'll like slow down. And then it was a hurricane. It was pouring rain all day. It was not going to slow down.
It didn't stop at all.
Yeah. So then out of nowhere, it picked up like very, very heavily. And I was like, okay, I need to just go ahead and go in now before it gets worse. And so I put on my raincoat, my hood up. I'm like trying to get all my stuff into my hands. That way I can just like dart for the door. And so I do. I get everything. I dart for the door. Anyways, I'm at work for like 5 or 6 hours. Colin had came up there to get a haircut.
Your door was open.
No.
Oh.
And so I'm looking for my keys. And I'm like, Colin, I can't find my keys. Will you go look in the car? He went out there. The car had been running the whole entire time I was in work.
God.
Yeah, I left my car on for like 5-6 hours in the parking lot running.
And no one stole it?
No.
How lucky.
Nobody stole it. My gas didn't, like the gas barely budged. Like,
yeah,
it was wild.
Huh.
Yeah, and I was doing my best friend's hair that day, and I'm pretty sure her car was even parked beside me. But
and
my
she
car
didn't notice. Yeah,
but my car runs quietly.
That's crazy.
And I almost, like, I doubted Colin. Like, I was like, no, the keys could have been in the ignition. But I was like, the car wasn't on. And he was like, no, the car was fully on for the whole day.
All day.
Yeah, and I was like, that's wild. And all the time, I'm like, I'm not my mother's child, but I'm
Oh,
so my mother's
1000%
child.
are,
Because
yeah.
that's something that she
Oh, absolutely.
has probably done before.
I mean, she ran
like,
over Jake twice.
Yeah. Yeah, and an old man on a bicycle. Like.
There you go. Allegedly. That is crazy.
Yeah, no,
I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah, it was and it was just because I was out of my routine.
Did I do that? Or was that Jake? Or was that either of us? Someone that I know, it could have been me, and I just blocked it, left a car running, and locked the keys in the car.
Oh, man. Yeah,
that sounds like something I would have done before.
Thank God it didn't lock, because I don't. Yeah, because it wasn't locked. Colin was able to just open the door, and yeah, but it was running. I thought that was wild.
Well, look at your car.
Pretty
being
out
awesome.
of character for me. Cause
that
I'm
is completely out of character.
Yeah.
You're so organized and like, but it's because you didn't park in your spot.
Mm-hmm.
You threw off your whole routine.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So my routine was like not routine in that morning.
It was your
really
routine, did not routine
up.
at all. Okay, I talked about that. How do sayings become a saying? Aren't all words just sayings? Aren't all sentences just technically a saying?
Yeah, but every sentence ever has been said at one point or another. That's wild.
I feel like I can definitely come up with a sentence that has never been said.
And try it.
Okay.
And it has to make sense. Like, it has to look.
Yeah.
It can't just be random words.
Oh my God, you really can't.
Yeah, everything has probably been said at one point or another, you know?
I have a friend that says the most off the wall, unhinged things ever.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes out of his face just naturally. He probably has said a sentence that no one has said before.
You think so?
Yeah. For instance, his kid was rodeoing this weekend, and they were talking about how she needed to leave like a pocket. It's a thing. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. And like for the horse run. Anyway, he said, "Yeah, you need to leave a pocket like as big as a cargo pocket." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, like the cargo pants, like the pocket. I was like the calf one. The one that's on the calf of the pants. I was like, why does your brain come up with that? And then it just says it. Like why does your mouth why does your brain come up with the things that it needs to say and then your mouth allows it to exit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but I think that about myself a lot. I'm like, why did you say that?
Yeah.
He could probably come up with a sentence that's never been said. I don't think I can.
Yeah.
Just sitting here looking around the room.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that. You're blowing my mind today.
Yeah.
Just absolutely blowing my mind today. Wow. Okay. Read a story.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I have so much random things on my list.
Oh, do you want me to tell you just a super random thing real quick that I have on my list?
Yeah.
If I'm walking outside and like you can like step on a stick and it'll like pop up and hit you in the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your thought when that happens?
Oh, a stick just hit me.
Okay. Okay. That's not my thought. I literally immediately look down to identify the snake that has just bitten me.
Oh, yeah. You go straight to snake.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, I obviously just got bit by a
like,
snake.
Oh, I'm dying.
Yeah. Like, is it poisonous? Am I going to make it? Do I need to call an ambulance? Like, what's going on? Immediately, every time I step on a stick. Yeah. Okay. So that's not normal.
I feel like there's probably people that relate to that.
Yeah. If I step on a little twig and it pops up and like hits me in the ankle or like the calf or whatever, I'm like, oh, well, there went my leg. Like the poison is entering my body as we speak. And when you live like, well, not even in the woods, just in general, when you live, people are like, if you get bit by a snake, you need to identify it. So the hospital knows what to give you, blah, blah, whatever. Antivenom. Antivenom. So I am prepared to do that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey,
until
if the day
it really
ever
happens.
comes that you get by a snake,
Oh, no,
you're
I'll just
solid.
panic.
I'll probably just keep walking and be like, it was a stick.
Yeah, and I'll be like, I don't even know what it looks like because I can't think straight now. I'm obviously dying. So
I'm immediately have gone blind. I'm losing my
just
vision.
give me all of the antivenom that we have. Just try all the things. I don't know. Okay, story time.
Okay. I dated a guy in 2021 who was kind and had a good heart, but was always broke.
Who was fine?
Kind.
Okay.
And had a good heart, but was always broke.
Oh.
And short of how to end things, I faked my own death by texting him as my cousin and telling him only family could attend my funeral due to regulations. After blocking him, I monitored his posts from a fake account and saw that he was devastated. Luckily, we had no mutual friends, so my active profile remained hidden. Now that he's doing well and has a great job, I want to reconnect, but I don't know how since he thinks I'm dead. Help me because I love this man.
You cannot resurrect yourself, you psycho.
Yeah, and you don't love that man.
What? You don't love him?
Yeah, if you love somebody, you love him broke. You help him on his way up. You don't fake your death and then come back once he has money. That's wild.
I am dumbfounded.
Yeah.
That is the second time I've used that word.
And this was a post
that
that I saw on Facebook. So this person publicly posted this, asking
Do
for
we
advice.
know this person?
No.
Oh, I was about to be like, you
I
tell
wish we
me
did.
right now.
Yeah, but they publicly asked for advice on how to come back to life, so that now that the love of her life has money. And
That's
a
not
job.
the love of your life, honey.
Yeah.
It's through thick or thin.
Yeah, like I
rich
think
or
you're
poor.
like, if he like that, if he's actually a good, kind-hearted person, like, you know, she says, if she comes back and is like, I'm actually alive, like, he's gonna be like, no,
you're a complete psychopath,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be in so much therapy.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be rich anymore. He's gonna have to spend it all on trauma therapy.
Yeah, he grieved your death publicly on Facebook, and you watched him grieve your death.
That's
And
crazy.
Yeah, and now you want him back because he has a job.
The watching him grieve you. What does that do for your psyche?
Yeah.
That probably boosts your ego so much.
Yeah, and I mean, she posted this post with like a selfie and everything. Like,
Girl, we don't need to know what you look like. It does not matter.
it's just wild.
What?
Yeah.
That is just never. I'm too blunt. I'm too blunt. I'm too truthful. That has never just been like, you know what? I'm just gonna die, and I'm not really gonna die, but I'm gonna make all my friends go along with it, and we're just gonna pretend I died.
Yeah.
To get away from someone, just tell them you don't like them anymore.
Yeah, or
I don't like
or
you.
like, sorry, I found another guy.
Yeah,
or
lie
like,
about
I'm moving
something
to another
normal.
state. You could lie and say you're moving.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many other lies before
So
faking your
many.
own death, or just tell the truth and be like,
Yeah, right. Just be like,
I want somebody with money. Like, I can't live
and
this lifestyle.
That
but
makes you sound kind of awful.
yeah, because
but
you're awful at that point.
Yeah, but also, at least it's the truth.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man, that's a whole help me.
Yeah,
No, I'm not
help me because
certified.
help me because I love this man.
You don't. No, I'm not certified to help you. I don't have. Is it a PhD?
Yeah, that's
Is that
like
what you would have to be a therapist?
to be like
Because you're a doctor, right?
yeah. I mean, you can be a therapist with just a license, but like
I really think I could be a therapist, but I
think
don't
so?
think they would like what I have to say.
yeah.
Like if someone came to me, just for instance, and was like, I think I'm crazy, I would be like, yeah, I think you are.
Yeah. I think you're correct on that
And
assessment.
You know what? We're done here.
Yeah.
Yep, we have solved the problem.
Yep, you're correct.
You're crazy, and I can't help you.
See, I feel like some people though probably like need that. in a
Yeah. Oh, I
therapist.
need that.
Yeah.
Like-
I want a life coach. I'm like a horrible. I'm not
Oh, you
able
want a
to
life
make.
coach?
Yeah, I'm not able to make decisions. Like I have a very hard time
You
choosing
do.
between two things
You
and
do.
stuff like
Yep.
that.
Mhm.
And I would just love a life coach to help me make
Mm.
decisions.
Do we know any life coaches?
No, I know like health life coaches and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but I just want like a straight up in general.
Do you want it to be a stranger? Would you respect a stranger more, or would you respect someone that knew you more?
I don't know. It just depend on the person. I feel like.
I feel like I would respect a stranger more.
You think so?
Yeah, 'cause I would think someone that personally knew me would be deciding based on what they think that I would like.
Yeah, that's
Instead
true.
of telling me, no, this is better for you in general.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because you like this option better.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But see, I'm also such a people pleaser that, like, if I went to a life coach, I would want to please the life coach, and, like, I wouldn't be able to actually, like I'd be like, oh, yeah, everything's dandy. Everything's great. Everything's...
I don't think I could deal with a life coach really, because I would argue with them.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you need to argue your point. Argue your point with me. I want to see a bulletin board. I want to see charts.
Yeah.
I want to see all of your points. Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. I like to argue too much.
Yeah.
My kid likes to argue. It's not good. I could not be a life coach. No, I could be one. I could not have one. Yeah. And that speaks volumes on my personality.
Yeah.
Do you have another story you'd like to read?
Well, no, but I have something I saw that... Okay, here's 2 things real quick.
Okay.
Well, there's so many things I have to talk about this week. We don't have to talk about all of them today.
That's fine.
But I seen this video, and I spiraled and sobbed about it for close to an hour.
Oh, no.
This girl, you know how, like, at downtown, there's, like, a piano that just anybody can come up and, like, play and stuff like that?
We have a downtown piano?
We do.
I didn't know that. I can play the piano.
Yeah, it's outside of the, like, ice cream shop. But so this town also had that on the sidewalk. And so this girl sits down and starts like playing a song on the piano, and oh my god, I'm gonna cry talking about it.
Oh my god.
And like her mom starts or somebody is videoing her play the piano, and this older man walks up out of nowhere and sits in the chair beside her.
Was
and
he real?
He's real. He's just watching, like smiling, like happy as could be, watching her play this song. And
oh, stop.
Yeah. And at the end of it, he tells her that like that was his wife's favorite song.
What?
And he just happened to be walking by at that moment, and this young sweet girl was playing his wife's favorite song.
Was it a super common song?
No.
Was it a staged thing?
No.
Okay.
He just genuinely was walking by and heard his wife's favorite song and sat down to listen to it. And I downfalled and I spiraled forever about that, because I was like, that was just like fate, the perfect moment. And then I started thinking about one day, like me and Colin are going to be old people.
Here we go.
And our kids are going to be grown, and one of us is going to be without the other, and we could walk down the street and hear
cocky.
I don't think anyone's going to be playing that on a piano.
Could you imagine? That would be Jake's story. Be like, I was walking down the street, I heard this chick playing cocky by Kid Rock, and obviously my dead wife's here.
Yeah.
Like,
but I just thought that was the sweetest thing ever. And I was like, that makes me want to learn how to play piano so that can happen to me. Like, that was...
Playing the piano is not that difficult, really.
No.
As long as you,
I wanted to get a keyboard at one point to, like, learn how to play. I never did, but...
Well, it's because I lied to you and thought I had one. I didn't.
I also go through phases where, like, I'm like, I'm going to
are
do
a
this, and then
girly.
a couple weeks later, I'm...
you are a phase girly.
That was one of my phases.
I am a phase person, too, though.
Yeah.
Like, golf. Watched golf last night in the hotel.
Yesterday, okay, so...
Oh, how was golf?
The wind, oh my god, it was cool. It was
Outfit
a lot
was
of fun.
cute. It was giving golf.
I told Colin that he can play every single day for however long he wants to if he can get to that level, so I can be the cute golf wife riding on the back of the golf cart.
They get to ride on the golf carts?
The players don't have golf carts, but there's like workers at the event that are riding around,
Let's just be golf cart girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the one on TikTok that decks her cart out all the time. She's super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be those.
But it was really cool. And there's this one, so we're sitting like in the bleachers at like the 18th hole, and there was a lot of them there aren't necessarily big name golfers that people would know. I mean, obviously true golfers know them, but the only two I know, well, the one really is the Spieth guy.
Mm-hmm.
But there was another one, and it was his last hole of the day or whatever. And it was like, I mean, he had a super good, I don't even know what you would call it, but it was a very good last hole to have.
Okay.
And so whenever he like made it in, everybody was cheering for him and stuff like that.
Do you get to cheer like cheer? Like,
it's just,
let's go. Like
no,
that?
it's more like, on the Wii when you're like in Wii bowling and you make a strike, and it's more like that. And so everyone was doing that, and so he turned around and kind of like threw his hands up, and the guy that was sitting like a couple rows in front of us was like turned his friend. I was like, he waved at me.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I was like, I didn't know that guys fangirl over golf. It was so funny. And then when we were walking to the parking lot, or walking back to the bus at the end of the day to take us to our car, a bunch of the pros were like, we were passing them and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And this lady in front of us was like, there was another professional. Everyone that came by, she was like
That's
so
amazing.
excited about it. It was
Oh,
so
I love
funny.
that.
But I yesterday was trying to hit golf balls and I was starting to get better at it. But I don't know
See,
if I can play golf.
No, this is what I've decided. I need to be, bless you. She's got 3 more. Nope.
Yeah.
I want to be a long driver
Mm-hmm.
because I'm good at driving them.
Yeah.
I don't know about all the little finesse ones.
Yeah.
I'm not. Finesse is not really embedded in my body. I'm
Yeah.
not a finesse type girl. I'm very again bold.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
You just want to drive it as
yeah.
far as
I
you can
just
drive
want to
it.
just
Yeah.
hit it as hard as I can, like
Mhm.
Happy Gilmore type shot. So I decided that we need to be those.
See, I just my grip, good, grade A grip. My
Yeah.
stance, grade A.
Yeah.
But I whiff right over the top of the ball 80 to 90% of the time. Which, granted, I was using a wedge. When I was trying with the driver, I was doing a whole lot better, but I
Mhm.
also need to know how to use wedges.
Yeah, you got to learn all
Yeah.
of them.
And so I think with practice, that was literally probably the first time in my life I've actually ever sat there and tried because
Yeah.
I've never cared. So I'm always like, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think with time I could, but yeah, I was like, I don't understand if everything that I'm doing is proper.
Mm-hmm.
What's
It's your
going
brain. It's a
wrong?
mental block.
Yeah, it's insane.
Mhm.
So
It's a mental block. I just like to hit them really, really hard. I downloaded a thing that says 30 days of content ideas.
mm-hmm.
This is how desperate I was because I've literally done nothing this week.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stress that enough. It rained for 14 days this
Mhm.
week, so couldn't have done anything. And I haven't actually read them. So I was going to just kind of blurt one out randomly.
'Kay.
Share secrets people need to know. I was thinking about this the other day. Do I have anything that I could just be like, da-da-da-da-da? People are like, whoa.
Like about yourself?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you? I feel like you.
I have a tattoo on the side of my lip.
Yeah.
I got branded one time. But I mean, those are just like, eh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have like like my great-great-great-grandfather was king, da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
don't have like a,
I have a famous grandmother.
you do?
Yeah.
I would love to have a famous person.
I would love to be a famous person,
I
but here we
know.
are.
I know, you really would. I wish I had like some kind of like deep, dark
Yeah.
secret.
I know. That'd be cool.
But not like a bad one.
Yeah.
Like a cool one.
I feel like you just like enjoy sharing
I do.
your life with people,
Oh,
so you
yeah.
don't really
I'm
have
an
any
oversharer,
secrets
yeah.
because as soon as something cool happens, you're
Oh, I have to
letting
share it
everyone
immediately.
know.
Is
Yeah.
that a Libra trait?
Probably
Because a lot of my like fellow Facebookers that are October babies do that.
yeah, Libras can tend to be a little more like flashy.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Do you have any deep, dark, cool secrets? I guess if it's a secret, we can't really tell it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I did the weather forecast when I was in 5th grade. That was cool. I was on Fox 8.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I was a Van Denton's weather kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was not that. I did win the Dare essay contest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share a tutorial with your audience. We should do that. What
Like
do
kind
we
of
do?
tutorial?
I don't know. We should just purposely learn how to do something so dumb
Yeah.
and then give a tutorial on how to do it.
'Kay.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
We need to make vlogs anyway. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
I just want to read this one just because I've never actually seen this word in a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Because I definitely for sure did not know this was an actual word. Discuss lessons you learnt. That's an actual word? It is now.
Yeah.
I think of Pineapple Express and I synced it. That's what comes to mind.
Yeah.
From a loss or a win, I guess in life in general. What is a lesson you've learned from a loss or a win? Nothing.
Yeah. I cannot think of
Don't lose.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
win. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, funny. I don't know. I thought this was going to be cool, but it wasn't. Actually, that was completely boring. And so I'm not sure why this was on Pinterest because post positive quotes, no. I do like a positive quote. So, yeah, if you go on Pinterest trying to up your topics, don't, 'cause it's lame. That's the lesson of the day.
I seen the biggest
You synced.
I seen the biggest red flag tattoo I think I've ever seen in my life
No,
at the lake the other day. He
I'm scared.
first of all was full of crappy tattoos. Sorry.
Oh,
But
poor thing.
across, you know, some people will get like their last names and stuff across the top of their back.
Yes, I do indeed know that.
This guy had loose cannon tattooed across the top of his back like a badge. And I was like, red flag.
But can we really speak on this now that we have Unhinged tattooed on our legs?
Yeah, but like Unhinged and like loose cannon.
Yeah, loose cannon
like
is a little
as
different.
a guy, like I picture like a Kyle drinking Monsters and like punching
Kyle.
holes in the wall.
Not
like
a Kyle. No, yeah, that does check.
Yeah.
That
like,
makes sense. It could even be like no, Kyle fits. I know some good Kyles though.
Yeah.
That I don't think punch holes in walls.
Yeah.
You ever punched a hole in a wall?
I don't think I have.
Really?
Yeah.
I have.
I've accidentally like smashed a windshield before.
Accidentally smashed a windshield before.
Yeah,
From
like
the
I was
inside?
like it. Yeah, it was wild.
What?
I literally just like tapped it like that, and I must have just hit it the
Just
exact right way on a hot summer day on the windshield. Yeah, and it cracked and spread.
I
And I
was
was
gonna say who, but I don't know if that's needs to be public knowledge. Because I don't know who you're riding with. So I don't know.
Colin.
Oh, it was Colin. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, whose car?
Yeah, it was wild. And it wasn't even like an angry like
Yeah.
we're fighting and I'm mad. Like it literally was just like a.
What if your wall just shattered just then?
That'd be
You're like Thor.
like I'm actually supernatural and didn't know it.
That's amazing. I'm trying to think of anything crazy that has happened, and I just can't think of anything. People are just wild creatures, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get so peopled out when I'm social for too long.
Mm-hmm.
And every weekend for the past 3 or 4 weekends, I've been a social little girl.
You have been busy.
Yeah. And I have 2 more weekends of like social events.
Mm-hmm.
So during the week, I literally hibernate
mm-hmm.
because my social battery just
Yeah.
drains. I can't be that person. I love it in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
but then when I'm done, I'm like exhausted.
Yeah.
But people they just be people in a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
have to go to the grocery store today, and now I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get murdered at the grocery store, as if this is like live streamed and people are listening to it right now. But like in my head, I'm like, I just mentioned that if I got murdered, I wanted to be famous for it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But I highly doubt that people who are actually murderers listen to our podcast, you know?
What if they did? What if we're played in jail?
Yeah.
What
Tall
if someone
inmates.
in jail just stumbles across our podcast?
Someone did get released today. Did you see about that?
Was that today that they got released? Or was it this weekend or
I
something?
don't, yeah, it was recently.
The
He
guy
was,
that like
admitted-
wanted to eat people?
Yeah, he wanted to like mutilate. And
Yeah,
eat
but
people
we're
and
fine,
admitted to it.
remember? Tattoos don't taste good.
We're good.
I mean, he could take, I guess, a chunk out of the leg.
Yeah.
Huh. But, okay, speaking on that, first of all, I'm distracted. Please time out. So, this bandana on this hat that I made,
Yeah.
is that an eye? Like an eyeball? Like looking at me? Because it is giving me very much eyeball.
This one or this one?
The bandana one.
They both have bandanas.
Oh, the orange one. The orange bandana one.
I can't see it from the angle I'm at.
I keep looking at it.
It's staring at you.
Yeah, and it even has like an eyebrow.
People think that the Mona Lisa's smile is growing over time.
What does that mean?
Like the picture of Mona Lisa, people say that her smile now is more smiley than it was.
Oh, she's happier.
Yeah, like she's getting happier. I'm like, I don't think paintings can change, but
Well, I don't remember an eyeball being on that bandana when I put it on that hat. But it's got an eyebrow and everything.
it has an eyebrow.
Yes, look at it. Do you see it? No. Take a picture of it and circle it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's got like some winged eyeliner going on.
It does. It's cute.
Yeah,
If
it's like a
keep
tribal.
looking, I literally can't stop
tribal
looking
eyeball.
at it because I'm like, it's staring me in my soul.
Yeah.
We were on something totally different than that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Can't remember what it was at all. Yeah. So there's that. That just distracted me. I can't stop. We're gonna have to move that hat. Just kidding. I'm just so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just so tired. And I had too much. Yeah, have you ever drank way too much caffeine to the point you have an anxiety attack?
Yeah.
Isn't it the worst?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to stop it.
Yeah.
Like your medicine doesn't stop it because you're not actually having an anxiety attack. Your heart rate is too high.
Yeah. Colin does that all the time. He like, he loves caffeine.
Yeah.
But the other day he got like an Americano, which is already like 3/4 espresso when it comes to like the drink.
Yeah.
3/4 of it is espresso, 1/4 is like steamed milk
Yeah.
or whatever, and added a shot to it.
No.
So it was all espresso with a little bit of steamed milk.
Ordered one of those today.
An Americano?
Starbucks. No, it was something different. But it was, I clicked on it to read what was in it. It was something honey from Starbucks. I was like, that sounds delicious. And then I clicked on it, and it was literally just espresso. And I was like, I just had an energy drink.
Yeah.
Don't think I should do that.
My heart can't take very much caffeine.
Yeah. I guess mine can't anymore. I remember what I was going to say.
What?
So, question. Does it mean that the cannibal people, they don't want to eat the parts that are tattooed, or does the ink make the whole entire everywhere taste gross?
In my head, it like messes up everywhere.
You're just mutated.
Yeah.
It's just ruined.
Is tattoo ink wet or dry?
What are you talking about?
What just happened?
Oh, did it cut us off?
No.
Oh.
Is tattoo ink wet or dry? I seen something about this the other day.
Nothing's wet. I've already told you this.
Well, is it liquid or not liquid? Because you touch it on your skin and it's dry, but it's actually in that level under your epidermis or whatever, and it's liquid under there.
I can't take any more from you.
So what is it?
You have literally changed my life.
Imagine living in my brain.
Today. I can't live in your brain. That is wild.
That
is wild. My brain just argues with itself
Mm-hmm.
constantly, which is exhausting, by the way. I don't know what your brain does.
Yeah, mine just
It just creates
ponders
these things
constantly.
Oh my God. What do you mean? It's just wet and then it dries.
But it's still wet under your epidermis. It has to be.
So it's
or
just
else
like
it would disappear.
I just have little ponds, little puddles under my skin.
I think so.
That's sick.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, when I sliced my foot open and I could see, like, it went down to the level that your tattoo ink is in, I could, like, see it there. I swear.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Now I want to, like, stick a needle down in there and try to suck it out.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I don't know.
No.
And I also could be totally wrong, but in my head,
I think
like
you might be a little bit.
I'll just have to do, I'll have to do some research. But think about it. They dip it in a liquid.
Yeah.
It is a liquid.
Yeah.
That they are pushing into the layer of your skin under your epidermis or whatever. And then it heals over and stays there. In my head, if the liquid dried up,
so
you wouldn't see this.
Basically, what we have here is they have supernatural powers to create little rivers and streams that stay in the exact shape that they're supposed to stay in, and the liquid is contained into those pockets.
You have skin cells, so the liquid's in the little cell itself,
moving?
like it's in a little cell prison.
It's not moving? Your skin doesn't move? Don't we become a new person every 7 years or something crazy?
Yeah, your cells, like, rejuvenate.
Okay, so what if my orange cells right here decide, you know what, we're going to venture up to the blue. We want to visit them this next 7 years.
Oh.
And then my fire becomes water.
That'd be cool.
No. What? No, I can't think about this anymore.
Yeah,
I can't.
I don't know. I don't get it.
No, I have a tattoo appointment this week. No. Nope.
Ask her when you're there if she knows what happened. Just
yeah,
the ink
I'm gonna
dry.
Like,
what
look,
happened?
Ladies.
Why is this liquid or not? We need to know.
Look, tune in Friday to our podcast and then send in your answers. But we need to have them on anyway because I think it would be so interesting to ask them like their craziest things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know for a fact they have been asked some crazy things.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to have like a what's the little thing that was on all of Snoop Dogg's albums and Eminem's albums on the corner?
Printed
Yeah.
advisory.
Mm-hmm. I have to have one of those.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, that's fine. We should probably have that anyway, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. I can't think anymore about. I just feel like I have colorful streams all in my arms now.
Yeah. I mean, you see where the pondering comes into play, right?
Yeah,
like
but I don't see where it came from to begin with. Where was the origin story? What were you doing to where you were just like,
When I seen someone ask it, someone
else thinks like
someone
you?
said,
That's
are
cool.
tattoos wet or dry?
Y'all should become friends.
Yeah, I know.
And no, don't do a podcast. I was gonna say, and then record yourselves talking. That would be a podcast. Don't. But y'all should talk.
Yeah. Just have a
You
conversation.
need a friend like you that y'all's brains like, and it just should be a text stream. No, like, hey, how are you? No, what are you doing today? Just this thought, and then they would respond with the thought they had today, and y'all just keep going on and on and on for like a month.
Yeah.
And then you come and read them on the podcast.
I feel like if I knew somebody else whose brain worked like mine, like we could conversate for hours, because I could easily feed off of questions like that, and I'm sure someone else like
I
me
would
could,
just
like,
sit here and be like,
yeah, people would be like,
what?
are they on drugs?
Literally though.
Yeah.
And you're not.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
But that's how your brain thinks.
Yeah.
Brains are crazy.
They're very fascinating.
Huh. This whole podcast has just blown my freaking mind. Like, this neighborhood is not a thing.
Beautiful day in this neighborhood.
It doesn't even
sound right.
Yeah, it doesn't even fit. They're lying.
Yeah.
Someone's lying to us.
Yeah.
They're purposely
changed it.
lying to us. My brain is hurting.
It is Sunday. Brains are supposed to relax on Sundays.
Mine doesn't ever relax.
Yeah.
Mine is I'm business minded and creative. So my brain literally, I just envision like either side of it with like boxing gloves just hitting one another over and over and over
and
again.
you have an internal monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Talks to me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't Colin not have one?
Yeah.
That's wild. How does he know he doesn't have one?
Well, he doesn't. That's the thing. He doesn't know. But I feel like if you don't automatically know you have one, then you probably don't, you know? Like,
so do people with internal monologue, do they create conversations in their head? They plan conversations?
okay, so I seen someone without one explain that, like, he still, because in my head all day it's just silence in there.
No.
But he said he still has thoughts, he just don't hear them.
I feel like I'm in a vortex right now. Am I lucid dreaming right now? Is this real life? What do you mean he doesn't hear them? So we hear ours.
Yeah.
Like we hear our voice.
Yeah, like we hear our
in
thoughts.
our head.
Yes. And he has thoughts, obviously, but he just doesn't hear the thoughts.
Yeah, my head's really loud.
Which in my head, I'm like, what? Do you see them? Is it typed out? Like what?
Like an old typewriter.
Yeah. I have
That'd
a
be
fun
cool.
quiz we'll have to take next week.
I love
It'll
a
be
quiz.
Cool. All right. Are we?
I think so. I don't even know what's real anymore.
Yeah.
Wow. This just took a turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep it unhinged.
Later.